What's up, guys? I'm here at 2015 Virginia Film Festival. I'm happy to have here with me actor-director Scott Haze. What's going on, man?
What's up, man? What's up?
And producer James Moll. What's going on? All right. So, can you tell me what it's been like to be here in Charlottesville? Because you were raised in Charlottesville, so it's kind of like coming full circle here for the festival.
Yeah, I love this city. So anytime I get to come back here, I come back here. I went to the Miller School of Albemarle, my 11th and 12th grade year of high school. And some of my favorite memories of my whole life are in these streets in downtown Charlottesville. I played basketball here. This is where I grew up. This is kind of my home in a way, Charlottesville, Virginia. So I walk through these streets and I look at every little, like the Mud House is right next door, which is where I went to. Had some good memories in the Mud House, and I did my first training, actually. I internshiped at a theater when I was a senior in high school in this city. So I'm a huge fan of Charlottesville, Virginia, and UVA, and the Miller School of Albemarle, and just this whole region. I love it. So yeah, it's good to be here.
All right, cool. And James, how has Charlottesville been treating you? Has Scott been showing you around?
So far, so good. Scott, as soon as we were figuring out where to first show the film, Scott's like, it's going to be in Virginia, it's going to be at the Virginia Film Festival, and you're coming to Charlottesville with me. So here I am.
Okay, cool. So let's jump right into your film. Can you talk a bit of how you got involved with the project and how it came together?
Yeah, I'm friends with a man named John Bardis. I got a random call from him one day, and he had the vision to tell this story. He knew about Charles Mully, him and his wife Judy, and they've been supporting some of their endeavors, but he really wanted to make a film to illuminate what he's doing in Kenya and his life's work from when he was an orphan all the way to what he's doing now with sustainability. And it's a model that I think people can really look at. So I think that's how I came into the project is through my partner in the film, John Bardis.
All right, cool. And same, like, how did you get on board with this project and bringing it together?
Scott and I were talking about doing a different documentary project together.
Yeah.
They called me one day and said, guess what? I'm going to Africa. This other thing came up, and I'm going to go make this other film in Africa. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So he's talking about the story. He comes back with all this footage and asked me to come aboard to help put it all together, help with the post-production, help with the editorial, and I was honored to be a part of it because it's an amazing story, as you know. You've seen the film.
Yeah. All right, great. So this is the East Coast premiere for the film. What is your hope in terms of this film's journey on other films festivals, I should say, that you plan to have it go?
Well, I mean, with what James and I do, kind of just being being creatives and trying to figure out how to tell the best story. It just feels good to be at this festival and having this city and this festival be our East Coast premiere for personal reasons. When it gets into like my journey and hopes of other festivals, that's a whole other world that I try not to think about, other than I know that we made a great film. I think we honored this guy's story. It was a monumental story for me to think about when I first read his life, and then I read the book on his life, Father to the Fatherless. So I'm proud of the film. I've never worked harder on a project. Probably I've worked harder on this than anything I have acting. It's a different beast making a movie, a documentary. So my journey is that everybody sees this movie. There's a lot to learn from this movie. It's entertaining. It's fun. It's funny. This is what I think it is. So my journey is it just travels around, and we'll see where it goes. We're kind of just getting started. We just finished, and we're just good to be here,
It's his first film as a documentary director.
It is my first film as a documentary director. Yes.
And I've been making documentaries for a long time, and I thought, okay, do I really want to get involved with someone who's making their first documentary? But it was a really good experience for me because Scott has a really long history as an actor, very accomplished as an actor, very creative person, and it became all about the film. It was not an ego situation at all. It was about the story and it was about the film, and the result really, it's impressive.
Well, he's generous. Let me just say something about James. He's like, there was in the edit, I went off and did a play in New York last summer. I kind of gave my editor 400 hours of archive footage, numerous. I mean, I don't even know how many hours I shot. I said, go ahead, go run with it. I got back to a 3-hour cut, and I was kind of not lost in the edit, but it was a challenge to get this story down because we got it down to 81 minutes. And James really taught me a lot. I mean, he says he has done a lot of films, and his imprint on the film is huge. And so the reason why he's here and he had to be with me, he was my creative partner. Him and Alyssa Shea, one of the producers. It was us really putting this film together. My editor, Alex McKenzie. Give a shout out to Alex.
But on the next one, you don't need to shoot that much.
I don't.
Just a tip to take with you for the next one.
I did. I shot one of the scenes I shot.
All right. Anyway, it was nice meeting you.
I shot.
We'll be back
I built a village and I burned down a village.
I knew he was going to talk about it.
We had to lose some of my favorite scenes, but it's good though. It's good we lost those scenes.
He burnt a village.
I burned it.
But
All right. So on that note, lastly, Scott, what's up next for you? What's next on the pipeline in terms of what you'll be doing?
I'm acting in a couple movies early next year. I've acted in a lot of movies that are in post right now. We just shot The Long Home, based on a William Gay novel. I did a movie called The Force. I did Midnight Special, which is coming out next year. So I've just done a lot of acting, and this has been my focus as a director.
Okay.
Yeah.
And James?
remains to be seen.
Okay.
Don't know.
We're working on some stuff.
Good things in the
He's got some directing coming up. But yeah, it's an honor to be here. My whole team could be here, like Lucas Binkin and just the whole fan. This movie was really made like with family and friends, small crew. So I just hope everybody comes out and sees it.
There you have it, Real Filmers. Again, I'm here at the 2015 Virginia Film Festival. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
All right.